Hey guys, now Anastasia Beverly Hills has come out with a brand new blush palette. Now technically these are called blush kits. This is the box that it came in, and in the back you can see there are 4 colors you get here. Now Anastasia came out with blush trios few months ago, and personally I didn't like them. I thought that they were sheer, they didn't show up on my skin tones, for my skin tone, sorry. So I wasn't a big fan of them, so I returned them. But I checked the ingredients list if these are similar to those, because she could have just come out with blush trios for the holiday season. So I was a little confused why she came out with the blush kits. But now the ingredients list, this shade Vegas, this terracotta shade Vegas, it's called Vegas. This is actually available in one of trios called the Cocktail Party Trio. So the ingredients list on the Vegas shade is exactly the same as in Vegas shade in this palette, and all the other 3 shades are also share the same ingredients list. So I'm going to say the shades, the blushes that you get in the blush kit is the same formula as the blush trios. This is limited edition. The blush trios are permanent. My guess is why instead of the blush trios, why she came out with the blush kit is probably because the glow kits are such a super duper hit. I personally didn't like the trios, but I'm not sure if they were very popular because I didn't hear a lot of people talk about that. I don't know if they are very popular or not. My guess is they just kind of faded away. So probably they wanted to bring a positive connotation to the blushes, because the glow kit is such like a popular name, so they just wanted to add the kit, the word kit, to the blushes as well, just to bring the popularity back. So maybe that's the reason, but these are the same formula as the blush trios, and the Vegas shade is in the trio called the Cocktail Party, and it's the exact same shade. Ingredients list is the same, and the other 3, as I said, the other 3 shades the exact same ingredients as well. Now this palette is vegan and cruelty free, and this palette is made in China, same as the blush trios. The blush trios are also made in China. In fact, you get more product in this palette per pan. In the blush trios, you get 3 grams in each pan, and that retails for $30. This retails for $30 as well, but as you can see, you get 4 products, and in each pan you get 4.7 grams. The trios you get 3 grams for $30 each, I'm sorry, and then here you get 4.7 grams for 4 times, and that's also $30. So if you buy this and if you like it, I think it's a really good deal. And so $30, this is a limited edition, not exclusive to Sephora, so you can find it at other retailers as well. And this is a holiday kit. So let's quickly swatch it, guys, and I'll tell you guys if I liked it or not. So this is that shade, the terracotta shade, which is Vegas, and that is a terracotta shade. This is actually gives a beautiful blush tone. Just one swipe pigmentation, is really pigmented. And this is Dusk, which is like not a blush toned color at all, more like a contour shade. Now Anastasia doesn't tell you like how to use these shades specifically. She just says use the darker shades to sculpt, and she just says mix and match the shades to get a custom beautiful blush shade. So this is Blackberry, and then this is the brown colors called just Chocolate. So those are the 4 shades you get. As you can see, they are very pigmented. These 2 shades are blush toned, so just one swipe, just one layer gives you a beautiful blushed stain, and it's really pigmented. But surprisingly, these 2 shades, Dusk and Blackberry, if you build it up, it gives you well, not you, it gives me, just my personal experience, it gives me a dirty look. Dirty meaning a muddy look. This in fact gives me a bruised, muddy look, and this just gives me a muddy look. I'm not sure, I prefer it with just one layer. Just building these 2 blushes up kind of gives that muddy look. I'm not sure why. So personally, the blush shades are not that versatile for me on my skin tone. Now the contour shades, again, I personally feel these 2 colors, they don't suit my complexion to sculpt. Again, they look very muddy and very dark and not my natural contour like shadow. You know, I feel, I don't know, maybe these are not the right colors for me. Both the shades, they just don't work. And mixing these shades with the blushes just gives you a very, very extremely dirty looking blush. It's very muddy looking, and so I don't recommend mixing the blushes, any of these shades together. In fact, personally for me, layering or building up each of the blushes by themselves, just building this shade up, adding more and more layer of this itself gives me a very dirty, kind of very reddish. I love red blushes, but for some reason the color feels somewhat off when I build these two shades. And these two shades, I don't know, I think I like it more brown than this gray tone, and this is more brown tone, of course, this contour shade, but still, I don't know guys, the color selection is not my favorite. The blushes are very soft to touch, very, very smooth and very finely milled, not gritty at all. But the shades are just not for me. I'm sorry, I don't like the kit. But if you're interested in these shades, if you're curious about how it would work on your skin tone, I recommend go ahead and try it out. But for me, it's just no. And also, I tried out this kit just on bare skin. I do not wear foundation or any kind of makeup base, so I just tried it on almost bare skin, just with some moisturizer and just a light dusting of powder, and then I tried this out. So I don't know if you can see, I do have this Blackberry shade slightly built up, and maybe you can see this dirty look here. The Blackberry shade in fact gives like a bruised look if I build it up. It just does not look these shades don't flatter on my skin. I'm not sure why, because I have dark skin as well, and this is meant for dark skin. I don't know. So yeah, it's a no for me, but there are some interesting shades. These look very different, so if you're curious, do try it out. Buy from a retailer where the return policy is flexible. That way you can just return it if you don't like them. So yeah, you guys, that's my review on this palette. Hope you guys found this video useful. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked watching it, and please subscribe. Bye.